Hello, how are you? This is Jyoti Singhvi going live. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Jyoti Singhvi going live for day 2 of our masterclass session, How to Accelerate, Skyrocket Your Career, Business, and Professional Goals and Success with one indispensable skill. And that skill is what? Communication skills. Hello, hello, hello. All those who are here live with us, please say hello. We have been waiting. This is a very exciting time for all of us. Who else is here? Please say hello to us. If you were here yesterday, I think I'll recognize you. If you were not here yesterday, tell us where you're visiting from. And by the way, while we're waiting for more people to come in, if you would like to invite more friends and colleagues, please share the link. The link is here. Invite more people. Put this on your Facebook or your LinkedIn. Today we are going to talk about the 2 critical pillars for communication skills and communication success, because communication success leads to your career and life success. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Tell me a little bit about how you felt about yesterday, my friends. What did you take away from yesterday? Did you think more about something? Did you work more on something that we talked about? Any new thoughts or ideas that triggered? I'd love to hear that from you. Why don't you share that here with me? All right. Yesterday you felt empowered. Great. So just to review, what we are doing here is this is a 5-day masterclass, and actually it's going to turn into a 7-day masterclass or a 9-day masterclass, and we're going to talk about how you can skyrocket your career, business, and professional success with communication skills. Communication skills, yesterday we talked about, is one of the 2 most important elements of getting success for you. One is your hard work and your ethic, and second is your communication skills. Both of them together can produce the results that you want to. Most of your success and your work progression doesn't happen in silo. You know what happens in a silo just by yourself? Maybe a research paper, maybe just creating a product. You could potentially do it in a silo by yourself, but then what are you going to do with it? Just put it on a shelf, put it in your desk, make it look pretty? No, right? You want it for the world. You're not creating it just for, sometimes you create it for yourself, but that's not a business. That's not a vocation. That's not something you are going to change other people's lives with or your life with, right? We're talking about life-changing things that you can do. And communication skills really would help you in making it life-changing. All right. So now, and we talked about how communication is multifaceted. It's verbal, non-verbal, and written. And there are other styles of communication. So we talked about that. We also talked about 15 ways or 15 reasons why you need to communicate frequently, timely, effectively, succinctly, articulately, confidently, with conviction. 15 ways you need to really communicate to move your goals forward. I'm not going to go into those 15 ways. You should really check out the replay of the video, which is going to be in unit section in our Facebook group. But in general, if you want to share your ideas or your thoughts and you want your ideas to move forward, you need to communicate them, because like I said, there is teamwork involved. You need a budget. You want ideas from your customers. There is communication, and communication could happen with your team, your bosses, your clients, your vendors, your potential clients, etc. All right, so that's what you need communication for. You need communication to tell the world what you're doing. The world could be your organization, the world could be your industry, world could be just people around you. Even sometimes you may do a lot of different things. Even if you don't tell it to your family, your immediate family who lives with you, they have no idea what they do. How many of you guys as kids know what you're doing? Or how many of your spouses know what you're doing? Or how many of your siblings or your parents know the details of what you're doing? Not that many, right? Because we don't communicate it. Do you see the magic or the dismagic of communication? When you don't communicate, nobody knows. You could be working away. This has happened to me. I have been working away like a dog till 3 a.m., 12 a.m., 2 a.m. so frequently. This is, years ago. And nobody knew what I was doing. Nobody knew what I was doing. And there was a time, I think I told this story yesterday, that every decade, end of the decade, there are these economic downturns. There are going to be layoffs. There was a layoff that was going to happen. I'm going to tell the same story shortened. And I was very afraid I would get laid off, and it would definitely be the case. However, then I realized that I would not let that happen. Why should I get laid off when I'm doing amazing work and I'm really adding to their top line, to their revenues? Really, I was producing a lot of great work that led to a lot of sales for the company, but nobody knew it because, like a diligent, happy worker, not happy, diligent worker, hardworking worker, I just worked away. So then I decided that that shouldn't be the case. So I started telling more people about the impact I was generating, the projects I was working on. Oh, that lovely catalog or lovely product you saw, me and my team built that, right? I started presenting in more meetings. I started presenting in more conferences. So now that people started seeing the impact, I started creating allies and developing networks around me. I know there are people here who work in corporations. There are people here who are starting their own businesses or have their own businesses. I invite you to take my thoughts and apply them to your situation, okay? So, and then once I did that, people started knowing what I was doing, and they started appreciating me for who I was, right? For the work I was producing. So came the announcement for the layoffs. My name was not on it, but a large majority of my team was laid off. Yeah. So long story short, that's just one example of how communication skills have really helped me. A lot of you guys are starting businesses, or you guys are responsible for P&L. We all are responsible for business, right? No matter what we do. Even if you are working for another organization and you have either P&L responsibility, or you're on the product team, or you're on the marketing team, or you're on the sales team, or you're on the finance team, or operations team, some way, shape, or form, you're responsible for helping that business grow. So how do you help that business grow? With so many different things, right? And communication is one part of it. So when I started my luxury goods business, how would I get all these? I got some really amazing clients. I got the biggest luxury goods retailer as my customer, Neiman Marcus. And that was my most coveted customer. And that was all through communication skills. Yes, hard work was involved, but it was communication skills, because I was not shy to speak. I was not shy to connect. I was not shy to present. And you have to do it the right way. You have to do it with the right strategy. I was able, as a new business, I was able to get Neiman Marcus as my customer. I also got many celebrities as my customers. I got royalty as my customer. I have kings and princesses as my customers. So everything is related to communication skills, okay? Your vision and your communication skills. So very, very important. So I've told you stories of business, how you can get customers. I've told you stories of within the organization. There have been times when I have worked, again, amazingly well, right? You do your hard work, but that's just table stakes. That's a must needed. Oh, that's your job. You're going to do it. No big deal. Nobody recognizes you. Nobody's going to give you a raise. But then again, at another firm, when I started creating this whole platform where everybody gets connected, and I'm communicating to everybody about this and about what I've created within the organization, huge organization, one of the top 5 firms, I got recognized. They started seeing that this person is doing amazing work. Before this, I was doing good work. Nobody saw it. Nobody, recognized me. Nothing. Now I got this amazing connectivity award across the whole organization. This was a multi-billion-dollar organization. So I'm just giving you some examples from my personal life. I'll give you examples from my clients' lives as we move along also. All right, everybody who is new here, please say hello. We are doing day 2, session 2 of the master class, and today's class is all about the 2 critical pillars of communication. If you want to have successful communication, these are 2 pillars. One more thing I want to share with you. A lot of us just say that communication skills, yes, I want to improve my communication skills. I want to be confident. I want to be articulate. I want to be succinct. I want to grab their attention. I want to engage my audience. I don't want to lose their attention. I want to bring my point across. I want to influence. I want to be convincing. I want to inspire. I want to change lives. I want to build a huge business. Yes, sure, you can do all of that. All right. It's kind of like just the tip of the iceberg. What we say is the tip of the iceberg. Not even a tip. It's just literally just like one little itty bitty point of the iceberg. That what you're saying. There's a whole mountain that needs to be built. It needs to be built up, or the mountain is already, that mountain is built up either of all the negative things that we've been feeding ourselves up here, which are causing us, oh, I am not a confident speaker, or I am not an articulate speaker, or I couldn't be funny, or maybe it's all positive, right? I want to be that. I am going to be an amazing speaker. I'm going to be an amazing communicator because I want to build a big business, because I want to have a fantastic career, because I want to do really well in my company. Yes, fantastic. So then there is this mountain that needs to be built up, because what we say is just the top line. It's just a little speck on top. It's like this. I need to, on the weekend, you want to take on a project, and the project is this: clean the garage. Just one line, clean the garage. And to clean the garage, it takes you actually not one day, not 2 days, the whole weekend. Then it's not quite done, and then 2 more weekends. So it took you 6 days, at least 8 hours a day. So 48 to 50 hours a day. Okay, sorry, not a day, 50 hours total. One line on your to-do list, but it took 50 steps, 50 hours. So what I'm trying to say is communication skills can absolutely be mastered, but it's not just that one word that we're talking about. There's so many different things that need to be put into place. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It's a jigsaw puzzle. Everything needs to come together. Is it hard? Not really, because I like to break it down for you so that you can do it one thing at a time. And I like to make it one step at a time. I try to create a path for you with the most important things first. Is it a one and done? No, because practice makes perfect. The more you do of something, the better you will get. Is it going to take time? It depends. Certain things you will master fast, and then to just gain mastery of the whole thing, it will take time. But will it take me years and years to become a good communicator? No. You can start seeing a lot of results in a couple months, and then you will keep improving, and then you will pick up on another thing, and then you will keep improving, etc. So that's how it works. But all I'm trying to say is that it's a journey. It's not just, oh yeah, I wake up and I'm going to be an articulate speaker. No. Now, let's talk about articulate, confident, everything. The reason why I'm saying that is because the 2 pillars that we're going to talk about are going to feed into all of that. It's on the basis of these 2 pillars, a lot of these things that we actually desire to do are there, right? These 2 pillars really hold everything else up. So the first pillar, okay. The first pillar is going to be, I'm just trying to see if I haven't missed any of the earlier notes that I wanted to share. The first pillar is going to be you, yourself, right? What about you? Well, but Jyoti, yesterday you were saying that it's not all about me. Well, the first step is going to be all about you. What about you? It's basically understanding what is your vision, your mission, your goals, your values, and designing everything based on that. We broke things down yesterday. We broke them down based on your the goals, what you had wanted to do, what you had wanted to create in your personal life, your professional life, your health, your family, etc. We broke it down. Now we're going to do is step back, take a bird's eye view, and we're going to talk about your vision and your mission and your values and your goals. So let's open. Okay, so the first thing is you, okay? And within that you come a lot of things. The reason why we like to anchor everything on the you is because that's the starting point, and then we go to the ending point. It's kind of like Google Maps, right? It's your home. From home, where will I be going? So this is the home address. This is you, and everything is going to come from here and is going to be surrounded by what you are all about, what you want, and then we're going to go to the end destination. Again, remember, this is the home of communication, and communication is a two-way street, right? So this is you, and this is the other person who you're communicating with. All right, so now let's open our workbooks. So the first pillar is you. So just write under pillar number 1, it's you. If you have it printed, great. If you don't have it printed, just write on a paper. The first pillar is you. Now, what are the main parts of you? I'm not talking about your arms, legs, and your mouth and your nose. The main part of you in the communication part. Your mission, your vision, your purpose, your values, your goals. Okay, so let's together work on this. Mission is your bigger mission in life. What do you want to do for yourself, people around you, and the greater good of the world? So for me, here is my mission. I am on a mission to make this world a better place at one communication at a time. I think a lot of strife, a lot of negativity, a lot of mishaps happen in the world because of lack of communication. I also want to empower people around the world. We work with a lot of nonprofits too, to share their voice, their vision for many different reasons. Why? Because the great ideas come out of that. People are able to help each other. And one more thing, which I did not share yesterday. Everybody has a need to be felt understood. Everybody has a need to be heard and listened to. So if you don't share your ideas, how do you feel understood? So that's my mission. My vision, so this is my bigger mission. I really, really want to empower and impact a larger global audience. So that's why, and that's one of the reasons also why I do a lot of these free programs. I have a fantastic, comprehensive flagship program which is starting very soon. And there's a select few people who will enroll in it. But not everybody I can help through that flagship program. So I do some of these, complimentary programs. And this is the value of this masterclass is $5,000. I kid you not. There's a lot of value in it. There's a lot of gold in it. You take it, you do the action, you do the work, and it's really could be very, very valuable for you. So that's actually the value. If I were to sell it, that's how much I would sell it for. But I do it for as a complimentary service giveaway, because this is my way to serve the world. Okay, so that's my mission, vision. I am in the process of creating a professional and personal development organization which will help you really master life skills, what you need for life, work, and just in general your well-being. So a lot of times we don't think about life skills, soft skills to develop. We don't think about that, right? So we're taught the math, we're taught the sciences, and we're taught programming, which is big, and we're taught the financial stuff, and we're taught the technical stuff based on what you do for a living. There could be technical stuff in marketing too. We're taught the creative things, but we're not taught a lot of these soft skills, communication skills, interpersonal relationships, leadership, cognitive thinking, problem solving. So I am building this organization, this platform where people can actually get better. So how will they get better? Because we not only provide you the training, but we literally hold your hand and bring you from where you are right now and take you to wherever you need to go. You can try to take courses on Udemy or Coursera or YouTube and watch videos after videos after videos. You can buy a $100 course or something. You've done that before, right? Where did that take you? Did it take you anywhere? After you watched the video, you forgot it. And then something else comes up and you don't even know what to do after this. Like, how many videos am I going to watch? Are you implementing it? Are you practicing? Your growth, your development is going to happen when you implement it, practice it. You're going to be lost. You're going to have questions. You're going to falter. There will be problems. in terms of any new thing that you learn. And that's why we're going to provide that coaching. We provide that coaching. We do that in our flagship program. So there's a lot of coaching. We don't let you fall. We don't. We're there for you. We'll answer everything along the way for you. And that's how we help you build a skill. We help you build a skill, which is a life skill, which is critical for you, your life and your career. And we build it so that it's like the back of your hand. You know it. Once you master it, you know it. You can get it on demand, right? You can be a confident, articulate, engaging speaker. You can get out in front of thousands of people on Zoom, on video, on Instagram, or live on stage at a drop of a hat. At this point, people can ask me to come speak at a 5 minutes notice. I'm okay with that. Because why? I've built it. And you know that I was not always a speaker. I was not always a confident, let alone I wasn't a confident person at all. And I wasn't a speaker at all. I built it. And now I know how to shorten that process. It took me decades to build it for myself. Should it take decades to build it for you? No, not at all. And that's why I've shortened that process. Because this is not the only thing you have to do. This is a means for you to an end, right? So I would hold your hand and take you wherever you need to be. And then you will have other skills to build. So then you build other skills once you have mastered this. It's kind of like this. When you were learning how to go biking, it was hard. Oh my gosh, you keep falling. Remember when you were 6 years old, 5 years old, you keep falling. But once you master it, now you could be 40 years old, you could be 25 years old, you could be 75 years old. It's fine. Biking, I can do it. Swimming, right? Oh my gosh, I'm going to drown in the deep end. I don't know how to swim. Remember when your parents just threw you in the pool? Now you go in there, you're swimming like a fish. It's like, you know it. It's second nature. So can you imagine the time when you can actually speak like a pro with full confidence, full conviction in front of anybody, and that anybody is actually your customers or the people that you need to talk to, your followers, your audiences, and you're influencing them, you're inspiring them, you're changing their lives, and you don't even have to worry about it, and you're not sweating, no sweaty palms, no pounding heartbeat, no dry throat. No, I'm like so scared. I'm stammering. I'm gonna falter. None of that. You're gonna be amazing. You're actually going to wanting to be in front of these people, wanting to be on stages. You know what is one of my most favorite things to do? To be speaking to people on stages. The bigger the audience, the better it is. Bring it on. I told you the time when I made a huge mistake in front of 2,000 people, right? I haven't told you the details of that story. It is now a funny story. It was a pretty sad story back then. But later on, years later, I improved. And then I again spoke in front of 2,000 people. And I almost got a standing ovation. It was a phenomenal Masters of Ceremony I was able to do. And you know what? It was really funny. I was organizing a large cultural event. And I was looking for an MC, Master of Ceremonies, for it from everywhere, internationally too. I actually lived in Chicago, by the way, back then. And then one of the organizers said, well, Jyoti, why wouldn't you do it yourself? You also speak, you're a speaker. I'm like, yeah, I'm a speaker. But you know, in the back of my head, I'm like, the last time I spoke in front of 2,000 people, I screwed up majorly. So not me. He said, no, Jyoti, you can. So just that one word of confidence that he shared with me, it just made me feel so good. Okay, I totally can. And wherever I find holes, I will fill them in. I will get myself better, and I will do the work. I'll work hard and I'll do it. It was, to say the least, it was pretty good. I mean, I'm being humble a little bit. I don't want to brag, but it turned out to be amazing. So I will be that person for you. So everybody who knows in their heart now, you believe that you can, please write, I can, I will. I can, I will. I need to hear that. And say it loudly. If no kids are sleeping in your room or nobody else is on a conference call, I can, I will. I will, I can. I need to hear that here. Let me take a sip of water, and I'm also open to questions. How do I know about what you guys do? Because I've spoken to a lot of you guys outside of this. And if you and I haven't spoken, please send me a text message or a DM and we will connect. Hype, yes, yes, hype can, hype will, absolutely. While all of you guys are typing, let's get onto the workbook. I want you to do that for yourself. Sorry, I just do that segue, but I wanted to share with you what my mission and vision are so that I can inspire you. So write down your mission and vision. Now, the purpose, mission is like the bigger mission in the world. Vision is a vision for your business, organization, your life. Purpose, I kind of boil down the purpose. One, there is a bigger purpose. What's your purpose in life? You can talk about that. You can also put that in mission or vision. Purpose is the purpose for that particular conversation, talk is a purpose. What are we trying to do? What do I want my audiences to do? Whoever I'm going to talk to. That's the purpose. Values. What is of importance to you? Yes, there are values of integrity, honesty. There's value of personal satisfaction, value of personal growth, value of making an impact. What values do you have? And then the goals I like to keep them as attainable, right? So you know how we talked about goals yesterday? 3-month goals, 0 to 3-month goals, your 12-month goals, your 5-year goals, maybe your 10-year goals. And your 10-year goals or 5-year goals will also kind of match up with your vision. So let's write that down. Take a few minutes. Let's write that down for ourselves here. And then I'm going to ask you to write it here so that we can all be inspired by you. Whichever version you want to write, your mission, vision, goals, purpose, anything, please write it here. Also, you could probably type it first and then write in your paper. That's fine too. And one more thing I want to tell you, remember the first time you learned to drive and you got the driver's license and you got the car keys and how liberating that felt, right? That's how liberating it feels when you can speak with confidence, conviction, articulation with anybody. Anybody. All right. So let's see. I am just waiting for you guys' comments. Mission, reach my goals, but I don't know what your goals are. Hype, you've got to tell us your goals. Reach my goals, purpose. That's not clear at all. Be as clear as possible, my friends. I'm going to move on in the worksheet because we have a lot to cover. I always have a lot to cover. And my friend Diana said, Jyoti, you always have too much to give, too much to share, because I can't stop from sharing, helping, giving. I can't stop myself. Now, here's the other one. As you guys are working on this, who knows who Simon Sinek is? Can I just ask you guys this? Can you guys be fast on your fingers when I ask you to type? Because I want this to be very interactive. This is a flaw, or this is a hard, pitfall of doing this on Facebook Live, because I don't see your faces. I don't see your expression. It's very hard as a speaker. So since I'm giving and I'm here so much for you, if you wouldn't mind, just give me back some feedback, and fast, so that we can keep moving. Okay, going back into our worksheet. Now, Simon Sinek, anybody know Simon Sinek? Simon Sinek is this leader, a thought leader. He says, for anything to be successful or for you to do well, you really need to know your why. Your why. It has to come from within. Nobody can force you. Nobody can force you. Our parents forced us to get good grades. We tried our best. We probably got good grades, probably didn't get good grades, whatever. But whatever we were really passionate about, if you were passionate about playing the drums, you dancing, soccer, whatever you were passionate about, it came from your heart. It came from your why. You went for it. I see a lot of you guys going into your second, third careers, fourth careers maybe, and you're now pursuing your passion, right? You're going with your why, and you're going to do really, really well. So Simon Sinek always says, go with your why. What is your why? So let's go down lower in our worksheet. I am on page 3. Is it saying page 3? Yeah. What is your why? Why? Write down all your whys. First, type them up here, or so that I can see and we can all see what are your whys. My why is financial independence. My why is maybe living a lifestyle I want. I want to move to a different area. I want to live in a bigger house. I want to travel more. I just want to have more peace. I want to send my kids to private school. I want to retire with peace. I want to make an impact in the world. There could be your personal why, and there could be a bigger why, right? Which is also, all of these are related to your mission and vision and your goals. So what is your why? Just think about it. Think about it. Formulate it. There's just no right or wrong answer. You can change your why too. What is my why? My why is to really make a difference in the world. And also there are some personal whys too, that I want to create something. Yes, there's a difference in the world, but then I want to create something that is going to live beyond me, that is going to really help a lot of people and organizations and will live beyond me. I'm going to live for another couple of decades, right? Few decades, but I want to build something that will be way beyond. Now, keep writing your why. Now, why you need to focus on you when communicating, because of course you want to reach your goals, right? But time is of the essence. You don't want to just go out and communicate to anybody, because you're going to be wasting time. Let's say you get all these speaking engagements, but if it's not your target audience, because it's not connected to you, it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your money. Time is money, that we know that, because you could be doing something bigger and better with that time. But then also a lot of times we need to invest money. As a lot of you guys have businesses, or even if you work in a corporate environment, you guys need to invest money to grow your businesses, to grow yourself also. Because you know why? Time is money and money is time. I'll just tell you that. You can buy time with money, because then that's when you delegate, you get a team, because you're buying time, because your one person's time is 24 hours max. And even if you don't fall asleep or fall sick, at some point you're just going to fall. So it's not even 24 hours, right? It's barely 16, then let's say maximum 12, 14 hours, maybe for a whole week. I've been working like a dog this couple of weeks and I'm exhausted, like I mentioned, right? So our bodies can't take it anymore. So time and money are kind of like, they go hand in hand, and you can't waste any of them. So if you waste time, you're not making enough money. So you probably just need to leverage the money you have to get more time and accelerate. When I say time and money, you want to accelerate the pace. You know, in the startup world, they say these days, do things fast, fail, learn, pivot, grow, change, and then move fast. Don't just say, yeah, I'm going to try this out for about a year and see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, you're going to waste time, because the older we get, the years pass by fast. Also, I have some younger people. I have people in my audience right now of all different generations. So if you are, just tell me if you feel that the year kind of passes like that. To me, a year just passes like that. Yeah, I'm older than a lot of you guys. We're not that old, but just does, because it's always just so busy. So you want to leverage your time fast, and that's why you have to focus on your goals and your mission. And then you have to focus on the second pillar also. And then if you're not focusing on time and money and goals, you're just wasting everything, all your efforts, right? So that's why I'm saying all of these have to be combined together. And that's why we're thinking about your mission, vision, purpose, everything, you, right? The package you, so that you can fast pace and accelerate the time, so that you can fast pace and accelerate the leveraging of the money, and then growing of the money that you want. You're all doing this to make an impact in the world, but then also to have more money, more resources, more income, more revenue for yourself. Even if you're in the corporate world or in the business world, more clients, more sales, more bigger promotions, bigger raises, newer, bigger roles, maybe in a different job, right? And your goals, whatever your goals are, everything has to match. So I just, when we're younger, time just feels like, yeah, it's like free flowing. We can just get it. It's like air. No, a lot of us are at, second, third, fourth stages in our life, and time is limited, right? And we want to make the best use of time, and we want to leverage all the resources that we have, all the people around you that we have to get better. And that's why when you're communicating or you're building any skill, don't try to fall and stumble and do it yourself. Try to work with somebody who's done it before, who really knows the ropes and who really can take you there faster, because this is not the only thing. The current skill that you're trying to build or current thing you're trying to do is not the only thing. You're going to have to do a lot of other things beyond that. So align yourself, work with somebody, get a coach, get a mentor, get a somebody, get a system, get a support system, which will help you really accelerate that time, money, and goals process. I'm just saying this because this is very important. I've made that mistake. I have made that mistake. A lot of times I thought, oh, I'll do it myself. And what happens is that, first of all, you don't know exactly what you're going to be doing. You make so many mistakes and you just waste time. And then that urgency of time is just not there. Yeah, I'll do it when it's free flowing. When we were in our 20s and our 30s, we were just, it's okay. I have my whole life ahead of me. Not really. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to page 4. Now, what do you need to work on? What you need to work on is branding, presence. Branding means not just your colors and fonts and stuff, but branding means, this is very important, and I'm going to leave this as homework for you, okay? What do you want to be? What is your brand? How are people going to see you? Is this really, the homework, let it be like this. Look at brands around you. What are some of the qualities you're liking about them? And see what you want for yourself. So that could be the branding. Whatever is your branding, what do people see you as when you're in the room or not in the room? Presence, when you are there on Zoom or in a room. What do you want it to be? Do you want it to be like very cool, hip, confident, or do you want to be like, yeah, I want to tell you about my service. It's really fantastic. I think it's going to help you a lot. Which presence would you prefer? Then you need to work on your message. What is your message about yourself and about your product or service? What is that message? And then you're going to work on your delivery. So on delivery, we're working on tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're working on delivery tomorrow or day after. So we can do that together. And then what is a perception? What is a perception? Is this person friendly? Is this person smart? Is this person amicable? Is this person harsh, rude? Is this person mean? A lot of these, we don't want some of these perceptions, but they do come across as that. Is this person stuck up? Is this person just thinking too much of themselves? Is this person kind of boring? Is this person kind of just not there? They don't get it. They're not in it to win it. Whatever is that perception. So you guys can think that you can do is, yeah, pretentious. No, it is not good to be pretentious. People don't like pretentious people. Good question. Pretentious doesn't get us anywhere. Be humble, be authentic. I think that's what I would love for you guys to do. So let me take a pause. If you can, as always, I'm going to go over a little bit. You know what? I have so much to share that I just keep going over. So take a pause. I'm going to just read some of your comments. If you have questions, let me know. Now, I exercise caution on these 3 things. Time and urgency. I mentioned this. Urgency and time are important. Whatever you need to do to achieve your goals, time bound it and go after it and get it done. Time bound it, go after it, get it done. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting time. Because we all make mistakes. A lot of things will happen in the process. It will not work perfectly well. So you don't want to elasticize that time. Persistence is very important. Now, timing and urgency is also important in communication skills is what I'm talking about here. Timing is important and in communication skills. So let's say you have a product coming out. You might want to start talking about it and teasing people about it already, even if it's in beta stages or design stages, if you feel comfortable, right? How frequently you want to talk to people. So that's like the timing and urgency. And then consistency. I want to talk about consistency is you want to talk to your audience consistently, whatever that consistency means. So you have to speak frequently in front of people. When I say speak, it could mean anything. Communicate. Let me call it communicate. Doing blogs, it could mean doing showing up on lives, it could mean multiple things, but you have to do frequently. Persistence, things will not work, things will be difficult. So you want to stay strong, you want to be persistent, not falter. Social media is not easy. It takes a while to get to even like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people. But that happens with timing, urgency, persistence, and consistency. And a lot of other things, your messaging, who you are, everything we talked about, this is all homework for you guys. I'm going to leave you with this, that's homework. So from this, we're gonna move on to our second topic, second pillar, All right, so Janvi, that's my timing and urgency. And Janvi, you're so right, because if you don't have, a lot of times, because we feel time is free flowing, yeah, you're gonna waste time, because I know you're a working mom. There are always other things that will come on. So that's why you want to align yourself with somebody who will give you accountability, who will keep pushing you forward, somebody who will not let you falter, somebody who will coach you as you're having trouble, somebody who's going to put deadlines on you. So that's why I personally get coaches. I personally get involved in different programs which are needed for my own development of whatever I need to develop. Very, very important. And I highly recommend it. It seems like an investment in the first place. It may seem like an investment, but it's so worth it. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars beyond my degrees at Harvard and MIT, which were hundreds of thousands of dollars. But I frequently spend tens of thousands of dollars and investing in myself so that I can get exactly all the things, right? The training, the coaching, the accountability, the not faltering, mindset. It's hard. I'm like, I can't do it. There are times when I'm very, very upbeat. And there are times that when you feel like, oh my gosh, nothing is going your way. And that happens to everybody. And at that time, you have a support system. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Hype. You can do it, Gabby. You can do it, Jyoti. You can do it, Johnny. And that's why you have to align yourself with a program or a very significant coach who can keep moving you forward to your goals, because that investment in yourself is worth it. Because you know why? Because she's worth it. You are worth it, right? It's not just about Maybelline or L'Oreal, whatever that ad, because she's worth it. You're worth it because life is too short. All right, Gabby says, what about consistency? What do you mean? Consistency means whatever you're going to be doing in terms of your careers and jobs and whatever, that has to be consistent. But at the same time, in terms of communication, has to be consistent. So let's say, Gabby, you want to be out there and you are going to be influencing and inspiring people for whatever your topic is. You want to show up. All of you guys, for what you're doing, you're going to have social media presence also. Not only just speaking directly to your clients, speaking on stages, speaking on Zooms, doing the webinars and workshops, etc., but you will also have social media presence. So everything has to be done consistently. Let's say you show up on, multiple podcasts, this month, 4 of them, and then next 6 months, nothing. People have not heard about you. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. You put in so much work in the beginning to build a momentum for your business or your job. Even if you're in a job, if you're doing all these presentations or you're speaking at all these meetings, or you're building this relationship and network, and then suddenly you're just working away, maybe for a month or so. I understand we have deadlines, but then you don't show up, then they lose, they forget. Where is that person who used to be there? All right, I got accepted text after my guardians were bugging me about it. And then when I got accepted, they told me no. What? Hype, we'll talk about that separately. I'm not sure what you are. Hype, follow your passion, follow your dream. And sometimes it also means doing things and building yourself and doing things that you don't necessarily want to. So, okay, going on to 3:59. Are you guys still okay? All right, I will see. I just have to give. So we always end up going over. If you have to go, I understand. Please catch the second part because it's very, very, very important. Perhaps, and that's why I guess I need a 9-day training, because I have so much to share. It's also not fair to share these 2 important things on one day, but we have limited time. So again, when you are in my flagship program, we have all the time to go into the details. And I'm just scratching the surface right now. We're scratching the surface. There's so much more details of how exactly you do it, right? All right, pillar number 2 is your audience. This is extremely critical, really, really critical. Again, a lot of us make this mistake. We're like, okay, I have to give a presentation, I show up. But you need to do this based on your audience. Why do you need to do it based on your audience? Because yesterday, I know I have 15 points and everybody was a little lost. So this time I have 8, 10 points, but I wrote most of them. First thing point, okay, write down. The first blank is you need to connect with your audience. If you know your audience, you're going to tailor your message and your communication to your audience If you don't communicate, connect with your audience. You want to engage your audience, right? You want to engage your audience. Before I come here, a lot of times I speak to very different types of audiences. So before every meeting, I have a lot of every presentation, I have a lot of prep work. I sometimes prepare for days, sometimes for hours, depending upon what I'm going to be talking about. This is an entirely different presentation than what I normally give, because I just wanted to create something very customized just for you guys. So that it's tailored to you. Everything is totally tailored for you guys. There was a time I was speaking to Harvard lawyers. So I did go to Harvard, but I'm not a lawyer, so I don't speak that speak. So I had to learn so much. I had to do so much research to learn about them so that I can connect and engage with them. So you want to connect. First blank is connect, engage, right? That's why you need to understand your audience so that you can connect and engage. You want them to listen to you. You want yourself to inform them, right? So unless you know about them, you don't know what to inform them about, right? You want them to understand what you're saying. You want them to also absorb what you're saying. You want to inspire them. You want to empower them with whatever you have to offer. You want to influence them. That blank under empower is influence. You want to influence them. You want to get them to think. And you finally want them to act. You want to get them to act. So these are all the things you need your audience to do. And for you to want your audience to do that, you need to understand your audience. Then page number 7. Who are all the audiences? We have 7. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're not going to be that much overtime. Who are all the audiences you think you need to work with at work, in your industry, at home, in the community, in your circles? Who are all the audiences that you need to communicate with? So think about this. I want you to write this down right now on your paper. Is it your bosses? Is it your audiences? Whether you have them or not, like imaginary followers, is it your audiences? Is it your clients? Is it your vendors? Is it your peers? Is it your peers as in, same level at work? Is it your direct reports? Is it your team members? Is it your boss's bosses? Again, if you're in a corporate environment, or is it the executives and the board member? Yes, always. They need to know about you. You need to communicate with them at all times. Is it your circles? Is it your friends' circle? Is it the other business circles? Is it your industry people? Maybe you belong to different clubs and groups in your industry. Is the people at home? You have to communicate to them. I think I mentioned this yesterday. So I'm so busy with this whole master class, I had to communicate clearly and over time, consistently and persistently with people at home that I'm going to be very busy for this week and a half. I won't be able to take care of a lot of the other things I take care of because I need to do this job, right? I have to do this goal that I have with this master class. So will you all, so I lined everybody up. I geared everybody up to be more independent and doing things their way, right? Themselves, food, laundry, cleaning, schoolwork, etc., right? So you have to communicate with all of them. So write them down. It's not just social media. It's just not your clients. You have to communicate with a wider range of audience, and that communication. Oh, and don't forget communicating with yourself. Super duper important. We are the person that we communicate with the most is who? Me, myself, and I. Up here, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Things are so bad. I can't do this. I can't, and it's so hard. It will never happen. My goals, I will never reach my goals. I never reached my goals the last time. And now I have to give a speech. It's going to be so hard. Bad, negative communication. Positive communication is what? You know what? This is exciting. Yes, I know there's a lot of work. I can totally get it. I got it. I am building my skills. I'm going to be great. I have a big reason, big why. I'm going to influence. I'm going to change a lot of lives. I'm going to be amazing. I can do it. Yes, I know. I don't know a few things yet. But I can do it. Okay. So everybody write down who you need to speak with. And please type it up here. I would love to see who all you need to speak with. And the reason why it's accountability for you. But at the same time, I also want to see who you're missing. So everybody write down who are all the people you need to communicate with and yourself. is the first one, right? You're going to constantly communicate. So again, when you're in my flagship program, I do a lot of mindset work, a lot of priming work with you, because that is critical. One of the biggest challenges we have in terms of communication skills, which we think is a challenge, the biggest challenge, is confidence, speaking with convictions, confidence, managing nervousness, being articulate. That's like one of the biggest things that I hear all the time. Influencing is the second thing. But then there are so many other things. And these things just are a buildup of mindset, right? So you need to kind of build that stronger mindset before you can even move forward. Everybody who agrees with me about mindset, please say agree. Agree. Everybody who agrees with me about mindset, say agree, please. All right, be fast on your fingers. Are you guys like on other screens doing something else? Okay, early childhood educators. I'm a preschool teacher. Parents. Parents are not the only people you have to talk to. You have to talk to your little early childhood educators. You have to talk to the parents. You'll have to talk to schools. Maybe you'll collaborate with schools. You will have to talk to some other organizations where you're going to partner with. You're going to talk back with the family. You're going to talk again with other people in the industry. You're going to align with people in the industry. So there's going to be a lot of people that you're going to be talking to, Gabby. That's just one target audience that is actually your target customer base, but you're going to be talking to a lot of people. Okay, I see that you guys all agree. Let me hear some men who agree with the mindset things. All right, now, what all do you need to change, customize for your audience? So when I say you need to know your audience and you need to change things for your audience, what all do you need to change and customize for your audience? I said everything. So why don't you write that? What is that everything that I mean? What all do you need to change and customize for your audience? Let's see. Fast finger typing, please. I'm trying to really open your vision and open your perspective to communication, because a lot of us don't even think about it as a thing until we become very self-conscious, nervous, anxious about communicating, and we see the results are not there where we need them to be. And communication is literally, there's a whole lay of the land for communication skills. Need to locate suitable audience. Okay, but what do you need to change about yourself? What do you need to change about yourself? Not yourself, but in general, what do you need to customize? Okay, in the interest of our time, I'll tell you everything. That means your message, you're going to change. Your language. I'm not saying from English you start speaking in French, but maybe if you're speaking to a bunch of French people, you'll put in a few words. But language as in the industry jargon you're going to use. Written and spoken communication and the right medium. Yes, what medium? What you're going to say, where you're going to say it, how frequently you're going to say it. How are you delivering it? Your delivery, your presence, your appearance, it changes. When I'm speaking to a bunch of technology people who are dressed in jeans, I don't normally wear jeans, but I'll try to match it, and I'll dress like that. If I'm going to on Wall Street to speak to a bunch of finance people, I'll dress like them with a nice Hermes scarf, nice suit, etc. If I'm talking to a bunch of lawyers or other people, I'll dress like them. Just the presence. I'll bring a similar energy. You can match your jokes. You can match your anecdotes. Everything. So to them. What else? So everything has to be tailored and customized. Most importantly, your message, your presence, and your delivery has to be customized to your audience. Tonality, also important. Tone is extremely, extremely important. All right. So friends, you have homework here. Go back into the worksheet. Whatever you missed, please write down. I'm going to see what you wrote tomorrow. We're going to check it. I'm going to ask you that. I'm opening this up for questions. Let me know what your questions are. Tomorrow, we're talking about how to deliver flawlessly. Deliver. It's very, very important. A lot of times, that's what people see as a presentation or communication. Also, I want to remind you, when I teach you about communication skills, people think it's just public speaking, but it's not just public speaking. Interpersonal communication skills is very, very important. Soft skills come into that too. Public speaking, presentation skills. And then again, in my leadership program, a lot of relationship building, networking, alliance building, all that is also built in. Influencing, lots of different things get built in. But again, during this master course, it's public speaking, presentation skills, and interpersonal communication skills. Everything applies to that. So, all right, open to questions, my friends. How was today's session? Was that helpful? Tell me, what did you take away from today's session? And again, the purpose of these sessions is to really tell you what goes underneath. If you want to be a good communicator, you need to build a very strong foundation. And this is how you build strong foundation. This is how you be articulate, by knowing your audience, knowing yourself, your message. This is how you be confident. This is how you come with conviction, because you know your audience. And by the way, I just want to also say that there is work involved in getting to know yourself and also getting to know your audience, and then tailoring things to your audience. There is work involved. Also, the hardest part is just sometimes it's hard to really take yourself and put yourself in other people's shoes. We do that all the time, right? We know how hard it is to put ourselves in other people's shoes, especially if they're very different from us. And that is the work that is always involved as a communicator. If you want to build bridges, if you want to convey your message across, you have to put yourself in your audience's shoes. And do not keep a moving goal. Guys, you will never succeed. You will never reach your goal if that the deadline is moving. You need a boss above you. A lot of entrepreneurs, the problem is we don't have bosses, right? And then the goal keeps moving forward. And that's another reason why I enrolled in this program, where they are holding me accountable. You know, some of us procrastinate. Some of us, we have other life situations which hold us back, right? So none of that. If you want to achieve your goals, and that's why you need to go back to your why, because if your goals are wishy-washy, you're going to get 10%, 20% of them. You'll never be able to get your big goal. I just want to remind you also of something else, and I believe in this. We are all put on this earth for a purpose. If we are just living our lives comfortably, eating, sleeping, going to a couple of things, enjoying a couple of things, fantastic, but we're wasting away our lives. Your purpose in this life is to really leave this world and the people in this world and the environment a much better place than we found it. Whatever we can do. I just feel like I have so much work to do to make that impact. And I think a lot of us already do. We always thought, yeah, when I grow up, I'll do it. Or when I have that, I have reached that level in my life and my career and my life stage, I will do it. But that becomes too late. Then you don't have the health or the energy to do it. Now is the time to do it. All right, we're going to hang up. It was great to see you. You guys were all so engaged. I love it. I know you guys are all a 10 in terms of commitment and in terms of importance. And now you have the urgency, my friends. If you don't have the urgency, you will not achieve anything. You'll be wasting not only your time and your money. Remember, time is money. Money is time. And there will be a time in your life you will not have the opportunity or the luxury to pursue your passions or your goals or your vision. I tell you that. So do it. Take the bull by the horns and just run with it. Do it. You can do it. Figure it out. Go back, do all the homework, identify the holes, the gaps that you need to fill to actually reach your goals, your mission, your vision, and just create a step-by-step plan. That's what we're doing on day 5, okay? All right, friends, it was great to see you. We all love each other, the greatest influence. Aw, that's so nice. To inspire others to write well, to relish writing. Oh, that's so nice, Janvi. All right, and thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for being here. All right, thank you, and we will see you soon. Bye.